So we all know what's going on in the world. We've seen everything on the mainstream media, which leaves us all with one question in mind. What's the difference between an alpaca and a llama? We're going to get to the bottom of it in this video right now. Talk Alpaca Facts over here. We're gonna throw some alpaca knowledge at ya, and I'm gonna do so by reading it off of the internet. See, by watching this video, you don't have to search the same sites. But this is from treehugger.com. All right, it says alpacas are ancient. It says alpacas are thought to have been domesticated more than 6,000 years ago by the Incas, who raised them for their prized fleece. That would be their fur, or whatever you want to call it, fiber. Alpaca fiber was reserved exclusively for the elite and noble due to its high quality and versatility. Early on, they were farmed mostly in the Puna region of the Peruvian Andes and were later brought to lower elevations about 3,800 years ago. They are still abundant throughout the Andes today. All right, fact number 2. They're growing in population. Only half a century ago, the only alpacas that existed in the U.S. were zoos. It wasn't until 1984 that a small group of importers brought the first of a carefully selected alpaca herd to the states of Canada, and they've been dotting the bucolic landscape ever since. That's hard to say. The North American herd has grown from just a few, all residing in zoos and private farms, to more than 250,000, according to the Alpaca Owners Association registry. They're in every state, with Ohio having the highest concentration. All right. They can be therapeutic. So, like, I'm looking on here, and there's actually a llama pictured on here that's not an alpaca. The llamas and stuff, they have particularly ears that look like bananas. Llamas do. And the difference, alpacas kind of just sit straight up and they go, and they land back. Llamas are different. They're bigger ears. Anyways, they can be therapeutic. Yes, okay, so you can, Pet Partner is the largest and perhaps most well-known therapy animal group in the U.S. Keeps about 20 llamas and alpacas, a spokesperson, blah, 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 blah. As it turns out, they make great hiking partners and bedside companions. Baby alpacas are called cria. They are raised for their fleece, as we have already established. Their fleece is very soft and very warm and comparable to wool, but softer than, and it's hypoallergenic. Let's see here. The Council of Fashion Designers of America recommends alpaca wool that is certified organic, fair trade certified, naturally colored, sustainably grazed, and supports local communities. They can crossbreed with llamas. They always poop in the same spot. They hum, haul, and orgle. I'm putting that in a song. Hum, haul, and orgle. There you go. I'm orgling over here. Let's find some more. Thank you, Tree Hugger, for those alpaca facts. Let's see what else we got over here. 38 fascinating facts about alpacas. Let's see alpaca facts for kids. Let's see what we got here. While some people accidentally get these interesting animals confused with llamas, alpacas are actually a totally different animal. Yeah, we're not reading that. So basically, what we have here, let's see the differences. Alpaca and llama differences. I know their ears are different. Alpaca and llama differences. Alpaca versus llamas. Like, what's the scientific difference? Everybody looks at these two animals and go, oh, those are the same. Okay, the ears. Number one, alpacas and llamas both have adorable ears. They're so adorable, but in different ways. Alpacas have short, pointed ears and look kind of like elf ears. Llamas' ears are longer and more rounded, kind of like bananas. Yes. Faces. Llamas have long snouts that stick out, while alpaca faces look like a llama with its face smushed in a cute way. Size. Llamas can grow up to 4 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh up to 400 pounds, whereas alpacas are more petite at around 3 feet tall and 150 pounds. Fiber. I think this is probably the biggest difference in llamas and alpacas would be their wool. Llamas and alpacas both grow thick fiber to ward off the cold of their native highland habitat. But alpacas grow fleece that is much finer, softer, and thicker, while llama fleece is more like hair. Most alpacas are the Hakaya variety, which look like a lot like teddy bears because of their crimpy, fluffy fleece. The rarer Surrey variety grow longer, shiny fiber. The Surrey grow like dreadlocks, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Like, so you have different colors of alpaca, a lot of different colors, but there is a color thing set out. The main colors that you'll get from alpacas, and like solid black, and also you got like red and white and gray, I think, is a rare color to have, a good one. Had to let my doggy in. Sorry, Penny. Um, yeah, many different colors. Personality. Let's see here. We got more differences between alpacas and llamas. Personality. Alpacas are used to traveling in herds. I can tell you about alpaca personalities. They're very smart, but like they tend to want to kind of like stay away from people unless you got food in your hand, like grain. They love grain, and they'll I know what you got in your hand, and they'll come and eat out of it. But other than that, don't touch my face. They're kind of skittish. But anyway, let's see what the internet says. Alpacas are used to traveling in herds, so they are typically shy and polite. That's exactly what I was saying. Llamas, on the other hand, are more independent. They can be assertive and pretty rude, to be honest. It's true that you're in danger of getting spat on by both animals, but it's more likely with the peevish llama, while alpacas are generally sweeter. Alpacas' docile nature means they can make great pets. Although they are not native to the United States, these hardy animals can still thrive as long as they get a good shave for hot weather. Yes, you have to shear them once a year, and that is springtime, right before it gets hot. And then they start growing it out, and they're nice and fluffy before the winter hits the next season. You've got to get at least 2, though. Herd animals get lonely. Yes. Purpose. All right, we're establishing the differences with purpose. Alpacas and llamas are both domesticated breeds, as we have already established. One of breeds of livestock that were cultivated for different reasons, mainly their wool. Alpacas were bred from native vicuña. I don't know if that's their wild camelid ancestors for their ridiculously soft fiber. Alpaca fiber and the much rarer vicuña. It's got a little swiggly over the end. El Nino vicuña fiber are prized the world over for making luxury sweaters, blanket scarves, and anything else cozy and warm. Unlike sheep's wool, alpaca fiber are lanolin-free, I guess, and therefore hypoallergenic, which I've already said, and it's not at all itchy to the touch. Llamas, on the other hand, originated from another Andean camelid, the wild guanaco. Llama llama fiber is often sheared and used for weaving and other fiber arts. More often, llamas are used as pack animals to carry heavy loads of long treks or for their meat. So you eat them. You eat llamas. The more aggressive and independent nature of llamas also makes them great guard animals for herds of sheep or alpacas. So they're a llama seems to be more aggressive than a alpaca, which an alpaca will get aggressive if you mess with it. It'll jump up on its hind legs like a horse and do this thing. It's weird. But and I've also seen the boys kind of fight each other a little bit, so they can be a little aggressive. But it sounds like llamas, they're like almost like donkeys. He says they're a little bit stronger, they can carry stuff on long treks, and it says for their meat, so I'm guessing I don't know, I've heard of people eating alpaca too. I don't plan on eating our alpaca, so yeah, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't try it. I would try alpaca. I'm almost positive somebody would say it probably tastes like chicken, but I don't know. Anyway, purpose-driven alpacas. One little known purpose that alpacas and llamas have in common is lifting families out of poverty. Raising alpacas and llamas can help vulnerable communities in the Andean highlands make living incomes due to these animals' hardiness in tough climates, valuable fiber and gentleness on the environment. You can help by donating an alpaca today. Donating an alpaca. Also, by the way, if you look up Geronimo the alpaca, he was executed in like England or something like that. He lived in New Zealand and tested for bovine tuberculosis, TB. And in other countries, if your animal starts testing for tuberculosis, they kill it. So because what they're saying is that it can infect the cows, and which would infect the farming industry pretty bad. So I don't know about all that. I would like to do is more research on it, because I'm pretty sure I don't think we cull animals here and stuff, and there's been a lot of animals that had to be slaughtered for reasons of the pandemic and stuff and not being able to produce. So yeah, there's articles about like 10 million pigs having to be slaughtered and because they're not able to process them the right way, I guess. So very interesting stuff when you look for alpaca news. And so yeah, those are the differences. A llama seems to be more like a donkey, and you can eat them apparently. But also, yeah, they look different a little bit. Their fiber isn't as soft as an alpaca fiber. They're a little bit more independent versus being herd animals like alpacas. Yeah, I think I went over it pretty well. Thank you to the internet, treehugger.com. These are very basic facts. There's going to be more stuff that I talk about the alpacas coming into the United States. I think the first alpacas that came to the United States was in like 1986 was the first time they brought alpacas over here from Peru, I guess. And but I will research and get some more information on that and make a video about it, because I like learning about this stuff. We have alpacas that we've acquired, and it's fun. We have 3 girls, 5 boys. You have to keep them, the boys and the girls, in separate pens, as I've explained in a past video, because they'll try to have sex with each other, and that ain't good. So thank you for listening to this video and watching my beautiful footage of all my chickens and my alpacas. Hopefully this video was somewhat informative. Maybe I could get a little bit more in depth, but I kind of just did this real quick so I could just bang out a cool video. So I hope you guys have a good one. Now you can rest your sweet little souls, because you know the differences between an alpaca and a llama. And that's the main thing. Those are the main questions we need to have answered, so we can continue moving forward and progressing as a whole. Love you guys. Peace out.